For 6 masterclasses we have spent some incredible, intensive time together right here, in what we've called the lab. We have put on our mental lab coats and we have done the hard, important work of understanding. We stared complex science in the face and we made it simple. We unraveled the profound mystery of insulin resistance with the simple, empowering story of a rusty lock and a key that needed polishing. We learned to see and to taste the fundamental difference between the fast-burning newspaper carbs that leave us crashing and the slow-burning, seasoned log carbs that provide us with steady, reliable energy for hours. We have studied the blueprints for the perfect blood sugar balancing plate. We have become label-reading ninjas in the grocery store. We have armed ourselves with an arsenal of life-changing knowledge. But knowledge, my friends, is only potential. Power. Its true, world-altering power is only unleashed when we take it out of the abstract world of our minds and put it into concrete action with our own 2 hands. And that is why today is perhaps the most exciting, the most rewarding, and the most delicious day in our entire series. Today, we are leaving the world of charts, graphs, and theories behind. We are officially trading in our lab coats for our aprons. We are walking out of the lab and stepping into the heart of the home. Welcome, my friends, to the Senior Health Lab Kitchen. This is where science becomes supper. This kitchen is the place where all that theory becomes a tangible, delicious dinner. This is where scientific principles become a satisfying, beautiful plate of food. Over the next half hour, we are going to take all those powerful concepts we've learned and make them real. We're going to take the idea of slow-burning, seasoned log carbs and turn it into fluffy, protein-packed quinoa and hearty, fiber-rich brown rice. We're going to take the concept of a protein anchor and transform it into perfectly grilled, juicy chicken and heart-healing salmon. We'll harness the incredible power of healing fats with creamy avocados and golden, fragrant olive oil. And through it all, we will use the brilliant simple plate method as our constant, guiding star to bring everything together in perfect, blood sugar-friendly harmony. We're not just cooking today. From my perspective as a physician, we are practicing culinary medicine. This new, joyful approach to the kitchen is the new reality for our friends, Richard and Susan. Let's just picture their kitchen 6 months ago, right after Richard's diagnosis. It was a place of anxiety. Cooking, which used to be a source of pleasure, felt like a chore, a daily test they were afraid of failing. Every ingredient was a source of confusion and second-guessing. Susan told me she'd hold up a potato and think, is this okay? How much is okay? Will this hurt him? There was a tangible fear of food in their own home. It was a place of restriction and worry. Now, picture their kitchen today. It is a place of joy. It's a place of creative collaboration and delicious aromas. The other evening, Susan was experimenting with a new spice blend on their roasted vegetables. Little smoked paprika here, a dash of cumin there. Richard was carefully searing a piece of fish, taking immense pride in the perfect golden brown crust he was creating. They were talking, laughing, and tasting together with 2 spoons. Cooking is no longer a source of anxiety or confusion for them. It has become a shared passion, a nightly ritual of connection and nourishment. They've discovered that eating for their health isn't about bland, boring, restrictive food. In fact, they both agree with a chuckle that their meals have never been more colorful, more flavorful, or more deeply satisfying. They didn't lose delicious food. They discovered what truly delicious, life-giving food actually is. Today, I'm going to invite you into their kitchen, so to speak, and I will be your culinary doctor. We're going to walk through 5 of their new favorite dinner recipes: a beautiful sheet pan salmon, a hearty turkey chili, a vibrant chicken stir-fry, a comforting lentil soup, and even a smart and delicious way to enjoy beef. And for each recipe, as we chop, as we sear, as we season, I will be explaining the why behind every single step. Why are we choosing this specific oil over another? Why are we adding this particular herb? How exactly does this combination of ingredients work together synergistically to support your blood sugar, protect your heart, and fight inflammation? You will leave here today knowing not just how to follow a recipe, but how to think like a healthy chef. So, get your notepads ready, or just sit back and soak in the inspiration. Because your weeknight dinners are about to get a major, healthy, and delicious upgrade. Let's get cooking. Recipe number 1. Sheet pan lemon herb salmon with roasted asparagus and quinoa. The doctor's briefing. We're going to begin with a meal that looks elegant enough for a special occasion, but is, believe it or not, one of the easiest and fastest weeknight dinners you can possibly make. This is our sheet pan lemon herb salmon with roasted asparagus and a side of quinoa. This became Richard's favorite fancy meal because it's so simple to execute, yet so impressive to serve. Let's analyze it on the plate using our master tool, the plate method. A full half of our plate is filled with these beautiful, roasted asparagus spears, our non-starchy vegetable, packed with fiber and blood pressure-friendly potassium. 1/4 of the plate holds our protein anchor and our healing fat, this beautiful palm-sized salmon fillet. It's an absolute powerhouse of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, which are critical for brain health and cardiovascular protection. And the final 1/4 of the plate contains our smart carb, a fist-sized portion of fluffy, protein-rich quinoa, a true seasoned log carb if there ever was one. The cooking lab. Now let's make it. The beauty of a sheet pan dinner is the minimal cleanup, a real plus on a busy weeknight. First, get your quinoa cooking on the stove according to package directions. But here's a crucial first step that many people miss. You must rinse your quinoa under cold water in a fine mesh sieve for about 30 seconds. This removes a natural bitter-tasting coating called saponin. It's a small step that makes a huge difference in the final taste. While that simmers, we prep our sheet pan. Take your fresh asparagus and find the natural breaking point. If you hold a stalk and bend it near the bottom, it will snap right at the point where the tender part ends and the woody, tough part begins. Discard that tough end and trim the rest of the bunch to match. Toss the asparagus with about a teaspoon of heart-healthy olive oil and a generous pinch of black pepper. Spread it in a single layer on one side of a large baking sheet. Now for our star, the salmon. When you're buying fish, look for fillets that are vibrant in color and firm to the touch. It should smell fresh like the ocean, not overtly fishy. We'll place our salmon fillets, skin side down, on the other side of the pan. Now as I drizzle the salmon with a little extra virgin olive oil, we're adding those monounsaturated fats that help lower bad cholesterol. And instead of reaching for a pile of salt, we're building our flavor toolkit. A generous sprinkle of black pepper, some dried oregano, maybe a little garlic powder. Then comes the magic, a generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice and a few thin lemon slices laid right on top. That bright acidity from the lemon will cut through the richness of the fish and make it taste perfectly seasoned. Plus, the lemon will caramelize slightly in the oven, adding another layer of flavor. This entire pan goes into a preheated 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. The salmon is done when it's cooked through and flakes easily with a fork. The health prescription. So what have we created? This isn't just dinner. It's medicine on a plate. The prescription this meal delivers is a powerful dose of omega-3 south to support your brain and fight inflammation. A significant serving of fiber from the quinoa and asparagus to slow digestion and stabilize your blood sugar. And a boost of potassium from the asparagus to support healthy blood pressure. This is a prescription for a healthy brain and a happy heart. Recipe number 2. Hearty turkey and black bean chili. The doctor's briefing. Next up is a true comfort food classic, reimagined for your health and your wallet. This is our hearty turkey and black bean chili. This is what Susan affectionately calls her smart savings meal because it's incredibly affordable. Makes a big batch for delicious planned overs for lunch the next day. and is a perfect example of combining lean animal protein with powerful plant-based protein. The black beans are our double-duty champions here. According to our plate method, they serve as both a smart, seasoned log carb and a source of protein. Crucially, they are absolutely loaded with that cholesterol-lowering soluble fiber we've talked so much about. The cooking lab. In a large pot or Dutch oven, we'll start by browning some lean ground turkey. From a clinical perspective, I prefer 93/7 lean, which means it has plenty of flavor without excess saturated fat. Use a wooden spoon to break it up. Once it's cooked through, remove it with a slotted spoon and set it aside. In the same pot, we build our flavor foundation. This is a classic combination called a mirepoix in French cooking, and it's the base of so many healthy dishes. 1 diced onion, a couple of stalks of celery, and a bell pepper. We'll saute these until they're soft and fragrant. Now for a secret that professional chefs use to make their food taste incredible. We bloom our spices. We add our cumin, chili powder, oregano, and maybe a touch of smoked paprika directly to the hot pot with the vegetables before adding any liquids. Toasting them in the oil for about 60 seconds unlocks their essential oils and creates a much deeper, richer, more complex flavor than just dumping them into the soup later. The aroma that fills your kitchen is incredible. Now we add our liquids. A large can of no salt added crushed tomatoes. This is a non-negotiable step for blood pressure health. Then we add 2 cans of rinsed, no salt added black beans, and our cooked turkey back to the pot. Give it all a good stir, bring it to a simmer, then reduce the heat, cover, and let it simmer for at least 30 minutes or even an hour for all those beautiful flavors to meld together. The health prescription. The prescription here is for gut health and cholesterol management. The massive dose of soluble fiber from the beans, tomatoes, and vegetables acts as the perfect prebiotic fuel for your healthy gut bacteria, which we now know is linked to everything from immune function to mood. And as we learned, that same fiber acts like a sponge in your digestive tract, binding to and helping to escort bad LDL cholesterol out of your body. This is comfort food that truly comforts you from the inside out. Recipe: #3. Chicken and veggie rainbow stir-fry with brown rice. The doctor's briefing. Our third recipe is perfect for a busy weeknight when you want something incredibly fast, fresh, and vibrant. This is our chicken and veggie rainbow stir-fry. This isn't just a meal. It's a work of art and a testament to the phrase, "Eat the rainbow." Look at the colors. We have deep green from the broccoli, bright red from the bell peppers, vibrant orange from the carrots, and white from the onions. Each of those colors represents a different family of powerful antioxidants and phytonutrients, each with a unique protective job in the body. This meal is a visual feast and a nutritional powerhouse, all ready in under 20 minutes. The cooking lab. The key to a great, healthy stir-fry is a hot pan and a simple homemade sauce. First, let's make the sauce so it's ready to go. We're ditching the sugary, salty, cornstarch-thickened store-bought bottles. In a small bowl, we'll whisk together a few tablespoons of low-sodium soy sauce or tamari, a teaspoon of toasted sesame oil, a little goes a long way, a teaspoon of freshly grated ginger, and a clove of minced garlic. That's it. A perfect, simple, umami-packed sauce. Now for the technique. The key is a hot pan or wok and quick cooking to keep the vegetables crisp. We add a little heart-healthy avocado or sesame oil to the hot pan. We add our hardest vegetables like the sliced carrots first. Give them a minute's head start. Then, in go the broccoli florets. And finally, after another minute, the sliced bell peppers. We want them to be crisp tender, cooked through, but still with a satisfying bite. This preserves not only their texture, but also many of their heat-sensitive vitamins. Last, we add our thinly sliced chicken breast and our sauce, and toss everything together for just another minute or two until the chicken is cooked through and the sauce has coated everything beautifully. Serve it immediately over a bed of our pre-cooked, fiber-rich brown rice. The health prescription. This meal's prescription is for antioxidant power and immune support. By eating the rainbow, you are delivering a wide spectrum of phytonutrients that help protect your cells from damage. It delivers multiple servings of vegetables in one delicious, easy-to-eat package, supporting your body's natural defense systems while providing clean, lean protein for muscle health and satiety. Recipe number 4. Hearty lentil and vegetable soup. The doctor's briefing. Our fourth dish is the ultimate MVP of budget-friendly, nutrient-dense eating. This hearty lentil and vegetable soup is like a warm hug in a bowl. Lentils are one of the healthiest foods on the planet, a true superfood. They are packed with fiber, both soluble and insoluble, plant-based protein, and critical minerals like iron, which is essential for energy, and folate, which is vital for cell repair. This is a meal that Susan and Richard now make almost every week, and it costs just pennies per serving. The Cooking Lab. This is a perfect waste not, want not meal. You can use any sturdy vegetables you have lingering in your crisper drawer. We'll start with the classic flavor base, sauteing diced carrots, celery, and onions in a little olive oil until softened. For our liquid, we're using that liquid gold we learned to make for free in our budget-friendly masterclass, our homemade, zero-sodium vegetable broth made from kitchen scraps. If you don't have that, a store-bought, no-salt-added vegetable or chicken broth is a great second choice. Now, we add our rinsed brown or green lentils. A beautiful thing about lentils, unlike other dried beans, is that no soaking is required, which is why they're so convenient for weeknight meals. We also add a can of no-salt-added, diced tomatoes and some simple herbs like dried thyme and a bay leaf. We simply bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat and let it simmer until the lentils are tender, which usually takes about 25 to 30 minutes. Before serving, be sure to remove the bay leaf. The health prescription. This soup is a prescription for your heart in two distinct ways. First, it is a soluble fiber superstar, making it one of the best meals you can possibly eat for actively lowering bad LDL cholesterol. Second, its incredibly high potassium content from the lentils and all the vegetables makes it a winner for blood pressure management, as potassium helps to counteract the effects of sodium. Recipe number 5. Deconstructed beef and broccoli bowl. The doctor's briefing. Our final recipe tonight is for all the red meat lovers out there who, like Richard, thought they had to give up their favorite food for after a diabetes diagnosis. You don't. This deconstructed beef and broccoli bowl proves that with the right cut, the right portion, and the right preparation, red meat can absolutely fit into a healthy diabetic and heart-healthy lifestyle. The key words here are lean, portion, and preparation. Cooking Lab. First, the cut. We are using a very lean cut of beef, like a sirloin, top round, or flank steak. We're asking our butcher to trim all visible fat. We're then slicing it very thinly against the grain. This physical technique makes even a lean cut of beef incredibly tender when cooked. Second, the portion. Notice the portion size we're using. It's only about 3 to 4 ounces per person. It's a supporting actor in this dish, not the giant 16-ounce star of the show. The real stars are the vegetables. Third, the preparation. Our flavor comes from a quick marinade of low-sodium soy sauce, fresh ginger, and garlic, not from a fatty, sugary sauce. We're going to use a very hot pan for a flash cook, a quick sear that cooks the thin strips of beef in just a minute or two, leaving them tender and juicy. This is completely different from slow cooking a fatty, marbled cut of meat. We remove the beef, stir-fry a huge portion of broccoli florets, and then combine everything. We serve this over a sensible portion of brown rice. The health prescription. This meal shows that no single food is truly off limits when you approach it with Wisdom. When enjoyed mindfully and in moderation, lean red meat provides an excellent source of highly absorbable heme iron, which is important for preventing anemia and maintaining energy, and zinc, which is crucial for immune function. This meal's prescription is for balance and moderation, proving that you can manage your health without ever feeling deprived. And so our time in the Senior Health Lab kitchen comes to a close. But before we go, I want you to just take a moment and look at what we've created together. Look at this incredible feast spread out before us. This isn't a fantasy from a gourmet magazine. This is your new, delicious reality. This is a week of vibrant, stress-free, heart-healthy, blood sugar-friendly eating. On Monday, you could be enjoying this elegant sheet pan salmon, impressing your family, or simply treating yourself to a meal packed with brain-boosting omega-3. On Tuesday, this hearty, comforting turkey chili, warming you from the inside out and feeding your gut with incredible fiber. Wednesday could be a fast and vibrant chicken stir-fry, a rainbow of antioxidants on a single plate. Thursday, a simple, budget-friendly, and deeply nourishing lentil soup. And on Friday, you could even enjoy this delicious beef and broccoli bowl, proving to yourself that no food is off limits when you approach it with wisdom. 5 different nights, 5 different flavor profiles, from the Mediterranean to classic American comfort food, to the flavors of Asia. But every single one of them is built on the same simple, powerful, and scientific principles of the plate method that we have mastered together. Let's think back to where this all started. For many, we began with a feeling of fear, a diagnosis, a sense that the kitchen, a place that was once a source of joy and family connection, had become a minefield of good and bad choices. It had become a place of anxiety. Today, we have officially and deliciously moved from theory to practice. You now have the knowledge and the recipes to start making these powerful and positive changes in your own kitchen tonight. And this is the most important transformation of all. Your kitchen is no longer a place of confusion or anxiety. It has become your personal health lab. Your cutting board is your new workstation. Your spice rack is your personal apothecary, filled with powerful anti-inflammatory compounds and delicious secrets. Your refrigerator is no longer a source of temptation, but a well-stocked arsenal of life-giving, vibrant ingredients. And you are the lead scientist. You get to experiment. You get to create. You get to discover which delicious combinations make you feel your absolute best. You are no longer passively following a restrictive diet. You are actively creating a nourishing, joyful, and sustainable lifestyle. This is the joy that Richard and Susan rediscovered. The true win for them wasn't just the lower blood pressure and stable blood sugar numbers on a chart, though those were wonderful. It was the process. It was the joy of cooking together, of trying a new vegetable from the farmer's market, of smelling the incredible aroma of garlic and herbs filling their home. They realized that the greatest prescription their doctor ever gave them was the one that led them back into their own kitchen. Together, as partners in health, they didn't lose flavor. They gained 1,000 new ones. This can be your reality, too. To make it as easy as possible for you to get started, we have compiled all 5 of these detailed recipes into a single, beautiful, printable PDF for you. You can find the link right at the top of the description below this video. It is our gift to you, from our lab to your kitchen. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Looking at this beautiful feast we've created, which of these 5 dinners are you most excited to try first? Is it the simple elegance of the salmon, the deep comfort of the chili, or the fresh speed of the stir-fry? Let us know in the comments below. Your excitement might just be the inspiration that someone else in our community needs to get in the kitchen and start their own journey. If you believe, as we do, that food can be the most powerful and delicious medicine of all, please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to Senior Health Lab. We have so many more delicious and empowering journeys to take. Together. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen today. It has been a true pleasure and an honor to cook with you. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and happy cooking.